Pasadena's firefighters and their chief want answers about the toxic chemicals now in their bodies.
KCON News reporter Cara Finstrom is keeping us updated on their stories as they work to understand important test results that just came back and the long-term impacts of the Eaton Fire.
And there's actually a few where I'm well above average, almost close to 90 percentile.
Pasadena firefighter Kevin Adair just got the results of blood and urine tests submitted weeks ago. They suggest he has high levels of toxic chemicals in his body.
But I don't know what it means. I don't know what those numbers mean yet.
Adair was on the front lines when the Eaton Fire exploded January 7th. When we first spoke with him weeks ago, he told us about the frightening symptoms he experienced.
Coughing up black stuff. I fell asleep with having oxygen on just to flush the CO out of my system.
Both he and his captain, Dave Marquez, are taking part in a large University of Arizona study. And both just learned they have high levels of toxic substances known as forever chemicals in their blood. They're released from products when they burn.
We're not only understanding just how prevalent they are in our day-to-day operations, but how they're accumulated inside of us.
Also testing high for forever chemicals, Pasadena's fire chief, who fought alongside them January 7th.
I had some elevated levels, but probably not as bad as some of my employees who were there for many more hours. But just like my employees, I want to make sure that I can go home to my family safely.
Chief Chad Augustine also just got back separate test results that show elevated levels of lead. He says all testing since the fire has been voluntary and confidential, but the department is making experts available to help firefighters understand the results.
The amount of carcinogens and lead and asbestos that our employees were exposed to during the Eaton Fire really is staggering.
We all specialize in it.
One of the groups being brought back to help, the nonprofit IHAN. These healthcare practitioners from Northern California rushed to the Rose Bowl after the fire, offering first responders breathing treatments, supplements, sauna sessions, and other aid.
I saw more acute respiratory distress than I ever have in firefighters.
Marquez and Adair both believe the treatments made a difference. Chief Augustine says they're also reassessing firefighting gear. The masks and oxygen normally used inside toxic building fires aren't practical for wildfires that morph into urban firestorms. Adair says he's already received some new tools.
The smoke and the particulates have to get through this, and then they also have to get through this mask and that filter.
Captain Marquez, who's well known within the firefighting community for spearheading safety changes, says there's also a new push to better detoxify contaminated gear after fires.
These coats and these pants are designed to keep heat out, but they also keep it inside. When that happens, your body starts to do what it's supposed to do. It sweats. But that also opens up every route that a chemical has to get inside of your body.
Marquez says he's encouraged by increasing discussions about safety in an industry that once considered health risks just a part of the job.
You don't have to agree to a cancer diagnosis the day you take this job.
Cara Finstrom,